Hello, everyone. My name is Christian, and today we are going to be taking a look and recapping on the history of John F. Kennedy. Right now, I am currently a high school dropout, so pardon if I stutter. I don't think that has anything to do with the matter, but today we will be reading about John F. Kennedy's history. So, sit back, have a nice glass of fluid or anything really. I don't know what you're having. I'm not a mind reader. And let's take a look. Let me watch my throat a little bit. Oh. Jesus. Alright. So, this is John F. Kennedy. I will start from square one. Square one. Oh, fuck. That voice crack. I'm 17, you know. John Fitzgerald Jack Kennedy. May 29th, 1917. November 22nd, 1963. Commonly referred to by his initials, JFK, was an American politician who served as the 35th President of the United States from January 1961 until his assassination on November 1963. Kennedy served at the height of the Cold War, and much of his presidency focused on managing the relations with the Soviet Union. A member of the Democratic Party, Kennedy represented the state of Massachusetts in the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate prior to becoming a president. Kennedy was born in Brookline, Massachusetts, to Joseph P. Kennedy, S.R., and Rose Kennedy. A member of the Kennedy family, he graduated from Harvard University in 1940 before joining the U.S. Naval Reserve the following year. During World War II, Kennedy commanded a series of PT boats in the Pacific Theater and earned the Navy and Marine Corps Medal for his service. After the war, Kennedy represented the 11th Congressional District of Massachusetts in the United States House of Representatives from 1947 until 1953. He was subsequently elected to the U.S. Senate and served as the junior senator from Massachusetts from 1953 until 1960. While serving in the Senate, he published Profiles in Courage, which won the Pulitzer Prize for Biology. In the 1960 presidential election, Kennedy narrowly defeated the Republican opponent Richard Nixon, who was the incumbent vice president at age 43. He became the youngest elected president as well as the first and only Roman Catholic to occupy the office. Scroll down a little bit, give me a second. Kennedy's time in office was marked by the high tensions with communist states in the Cold War. He increased the number of American military advisors in the South Vietnam by a factor of over 18, I read that wrong. Let me restart that, I apologize. It's 10 a.m. He increased the number of American military advisors in South Vietnam by a factor of 18 over President Dwight D. Eisenhower. In April 1961, he authorized a failed joint CIA attempt to overthrow the Cuban government of Fidel Castro in the Bay of Pigs invasion. He subsequently rejected Operation Northwoods' plans by the Joint Chiefs of Staff to orchestrate false flag attacks on American soil in order to gain public approval for a war against Cuba. In October 1962, U.S. spy planes discovered that Soviet bases had been deployed in Cuba. The resulting period of tensions, termed the Cuban Missile Crisis, nearly resulted in the breakout of thermonuclear conflict. Domestically, Kennedy presided over the establishment of the Peace Corps and supported the civil rights movement, but he was largely unsuccessful in passing his new frontier domestic policies. Kennedy continues to rank highly in historians' polls of U.S. presidents and with the general public. His average approval rating of 70% is the highest of any president in Gallup's history of systematically measuring job approval. Let me scroll down a little bit more. On November 22nd, 1963, Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the state of crime, but he was never prosecuted due to the murder by Jack Ruby 2 days later. Ruby was sentenced to death and died while the sentence was on appeal in 1967. Pursuant to the Presidential Succession Act, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, was sworn in as president later that day. The FBI and the Warren Commission officially concluded that Oswald was the lone assassin, but various groups challenged the findings of the Warren Report and believed that Kennedy was the victim of conspiracy. After Kennedy's death, Congress enacted many of his proposals, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Revenue Act of 1964. So that was the genuine understanding of John F. Kennedy's past. The biggest topic we have is the assassination on him. But yes, he was the 35th president, and yeah. So that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a thumbs up if you did, and yes, stay in school because you're gonna need it one day. Thank you, and I will see you later. Goodbye.